Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mink and of course this is Mink's Kinks. Hey y'all, we're back and we're talking books. And listen, I feel like it's been a little minute since I did a cute little book haul. So there's a lot of new releases that are coming out. Y'all know I'm a romance girly, so a lot of these are romances and I'm just so excited to share them with you. I do have 4 physical books and then I got quite a few ebooks that I'm really excited to share with you guys, so I'll just be inserting pop-ups of the covers on the side so that you guys can see what they look like, because the covers, y'all know I'm a sucker for a cover. But yeah, I'm so excited to share my little haul with you guys, so if you're interested, definitely go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, hey, my name is Mink. I do natural hair, lifestyle, book, and beauty content, so if you're interested in any of those things, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join our Kinky Crew fam. We absolutely would love to have you, but I'm not going to run my mouth like I usually do because we have a lot of books to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the physical books. Y'all are probably like, girl, why aren't you filming in front of the bookcase today? And I don't know, I feel like the past several videos I did with books are just in front of the bookcase, and I don't want that to be the normal. Like, I have other aesthetically pleasing places in my house, so we just gonna do it right here on the couch. So the book that I have been absolutely super highly anticipating is none other than This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I mean, she just doesn't miss on the covers. So Kennedy Ryan is like phenomenal. Like, that's the only word that comes to mind. She is a Black female author. She writes primarily romance, I believe. Her most popular book is Before I Let Go, and it had TikTok, Book Talk, Bookstagram, BookTube, everybody up in a rage because it was just such a phenomenal book. And this is the follow-up to that one. So there is another friend, her name is Soledad in the book. I think that's how you say her name, Soledad. And what we get from Before I Let Go is a husband who's just sort of unavailable. Like, he's always at work, and I think she thought that he was having a little bit of an affair, but she didn't necessarily have proof. And this book, I'm pretty sure they end up splitting, and there's another man who's in the picture, but she's kind of scared to fall in love again because she was just in a marriage that she thought was her forever and it wasn't. So is she, now that she's regained her sense of independence and is able to provide and do what she needs to do for her daughters, does she really want to risk it all? And I'm really excited to read this one. So Before I Let Go is a second chance romance. This is like a post-divorce type of romance, and I'm really excited for that. I read another book, what was it, Vanessa Jared's Got a Man, and that was a really good book, and that focused on like a post-marriage dating scene as well, and I really did love that. So I'm so excited to read this by Kennedy Ryan because everything she writes is amazing. She does have a lot more books than just Before I Let Go. I haven't read them yet. I haven't been able to get my hands on them, but I knew for sure I had to pick up This Could Be Us. The next book that I picked up, I actually picked this one up from Target. This is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. And I mean, the cover is just so stunning. So Tia Williams is the same author who wrote 7 Days in June, and y'all know I did read 7 Days in June, and I was very 50-50 on that book. It's either one that you love or you hate, and though I wasn't the biggest fan of it, I did like the writing of the book. I like the author. I just don't know if that story was necessarily for me, so this is always a reminder to give authors a second chance. You know, you just may not have been into that one, but this, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, sounds absolutely phenomenal. So it is about, I believe, a florist is Ricky Wilde, and she ends up moving to New York City. The book takes place in the 1920s. I don't know if it's during the Harlem Renaissance or right after or what, but there's that energy. It's in the air, and she meets another artist and they end up falling hard and fast. And I'm just, y'all know I love a good old Black romance, especially written in like the 1920s, like just focusing on Black excellence and Black success. And I'm so excited to read this. I know in the jacket sleeve she talks about opening up a flower shop in New York, and I don't know, I just love it. I love the idea of it, so I really have high hopes for this book. I actually low-key think I might go back and reread 7 Days in June to see if I feel any different, and then follow up with A Love Song. So I'm really excited, y'all. I'm excited about all the books. I'm gonna keep saying it. The next physical book that I picked up is Black Girls Must Have It All by Jane Allen. That is what this cover looks like, and this is the 3rd installment of the Black Girls Must Die Exhausted trilogy. So I'm not 100% sure what this book is about. It does give a whole description and everything, but I haven't read any of the Black Girls Must Die Exhausted books. I knew it was a trilogy, so I just wanted to pick all three of them up before I actually dived into them so that I could just go straight through and read all three of the books, because they're honestly not that long. This one is 277 pages, so it's not anything crazy. But I'm really excited to read this series. I know there's a couple of my subbies who actually have really enjoyed the Black Girls Must Be series. So I'm excited to get into it and see what it's hitting for. Hopefully I'll get around to it this summer. And then y'all, the last physical book that I have here is The Partner Plot by Christina Forrest. So this one is two former high school sweethearts. They get a second chance in this marriage of convenience romance. So again, this is by the same author who wrote the Neighbor Favor. I read that last year as well, and it was a really cute book. Again, maybe I'll go ahead and reread it in order to go ahead and dive into the second book. So there are three Green sisters, I want to say. I'm pretty sure that's the last name of the girls. There's three Green sisters, and the first book focused on one of them in The Neighbor Favor, and now we're getting into the second sister, Violet Green, in this book. So I'm really excited. They're high school sweethearts, and somehow they find their ways back to each other, and they get married under convenient circumstances. I'm really excited to read it, and it's pink. Like, why would I not pick it up? So y'all, these are all four of the physical books that I picked up. So let's go ahead and talk about the ebooks. Okay, you guys, so the next book I am so incredibly excited to read. It is called Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. And I actually went ahead and picked this up because y'all know, if you're on Book Talk, there was a lot of Book Talk drama surrounding this book. And honestly, the book always sounded good. I had a good bit of bookish friends who really did enjoy this book. So I went ahead and bought the ebook to see what my thoughts were. So from my understanding, this book is about a wedding. The main female character is the sister of the bride, but she's also the ex-girlfriend of the groom. And she's somehow wrapped up involved with the best man. And it takes place in, I want to say, Tulum. I'm almost positive it's Tulum. And so their little rendezvous that they've been having was only supposed to last for the week, but they've really enjoyed getting to know each other and spending time with each other. And so I guess we followed them throughout the week and post throughout the week. But really excited. A lot of the girls and guys absolutely love this book, so I definitely had to go ahead and pick up the book. And if I love it, I probably will pick up the physical too. Okay, y'all, so the next ebook that I picked up is called Where There is Smoke, There is Fire, and it's by Monique Fisher. So this book follows a man and a woman who basically were in a little bit of a situationship where they were hooking up and everything, and it turns into a full-blown relationship. So from my understanding, there was a situation where something happened, and I guess they were about to break it off, and the male main character decides to fight for the female main character, and somehow they snowball into a relationship. And I'm really excited to read this one because it's a contemporary romance. I think this happens more often than not. So I'm definitely really excited to see where the author goes with this one. And in the description, I'm looking at it here on my phone, it says Aaron and Kara's journey is what happens after the happily ever after. So this is the real, the raw, the juicy, you know. And I feel like a lot of times with romances, sometimes you could have the fluffy romances where it is just the happily ever afters and all the sunshine and rainbows and stuff, but sometimes we need the nitty and the gritty, you know, because it's not always going to be good times and happy. And I'm really excited to see what happened that they was about to break it off, but how it evolves into a full-blown relationship as well. And this isn't a super long book either. This one is 287 pages. Okay, y'all, so the next one, again, very curious about what I think is going to happen in this one. This one is called All In by Z Renee. And honestly, I had not heard about this book until one of my Goodread friends was reading it, and I saw her description and her review and her thoughts of the book, and y'all, had to get it. And I think the Kindle edition was only $2.99 or something, but the cover of this book, as you guys can see, is absolutely stunning. So this book is about a couple who has been married for about 2 years. The female main character, her grandmother passes away, who I'm assuming is a pillar in her life. The husband, he is an ex-NFL player. So this, I don't know, is it a sports romance? I don't know. Somehow the streets streets are involved. That's all it says in the description. So I'm not 100% sure what all the streets entails, but it's just juggling real life and all of these things. The wife is a nail tech and she is dominating in her field as a black woman. I'm just really excited to read it. But honestly, I picked this book up because the book is like 750 pages. Now listen, I know y'all are like, man, girl, you got the attention span of a fly. And I do. However, I bought this because I was like, is this book really going to captivate me for 750 pages? I've never read a book that long. So I'm we'll see if this book can keep me entertained for that long. But the cover is absolutely stunning. So that was enough to sell me. All right, y'all. So next up, I have The Oath, and it is by T.M. Richardson. And let me tell y'all, this is a Why Choose novel. And this is my second Why Choose novel, so I'm still getting my feet wet a little bit, but I've heard nothing but good things about this one. So this is about a woman who lost her husband, and her husband had 3 best friends, and he made an oath with those 3 best friends, and basically they're trying to uphold the oath. So we don't know exactly what the oath is, but we know that she was married to her husband for 22 years, I believe it was, and he made this oath with his best friends. Now we don't know the specifics, but in the description it does say, does she continue to build this life on her own without her husband, or do they uphold this oath where she ends up dating these 3 men? And y'all, can you imagine? Like, oh my god, like, what are you talking about? So I'm very, very excited to read this one. This is very high up on my list because y'all know I like a little spicy book. I love that. But also, girl, how do you juggle 3 men? Like, oh my god, you're a superhero if you could do that. So I have definitely been loving getting my feet wet with Why Choose novels, because why choose? Alright, y'all, almost done. This is the second to last book I have in the haul, and this book is called Body and Soul Food by Abby Collette. So y'all, this is like a mystery, I guess. This is about 2 fraternal twins who were put up for adoption. They were put up for foster care and they were separated, and their bond that they have together was just so strong they end up reuniting and opening up a bookstore slash cafe. So basically, somehow, some way, one of the twins' foster siblings is slain. And basically the police are unable to figure out what happened in this crime, as well as who did it. So the twins spend this time trying to figure out who did the crime, why, and making sure that this is the last time this person can commit this crime. So this is a series. This is only the first book, and child, I'm already hooked. I want to get the other ones, but I'm really, really excited to see where this goes. I love the idea of this book. It's about 330 pages, so you know, it's a decent sized book, but really, really excited. Y'all know I've been getting my feet wet in a little bit of mystery, so definitely excited to take on some black mystery books. So if you have any recommendations, leave them down below. Okay guys, so the last book I have here is called The Last Minute First Lady by Tania Mountford, I think is how you say her name. Now listen, I'm really, really excited to read this one, and I probably won't read this until October, November-ish. It's an election year, so I feel like this will be the perfect time to read this. So basically, this follows a governor, a mayor. He holds some form of office, and he's trying to get to whatever the next step is. He has told the public that he is engaged, but child, there is no woman. There's no woman. So he's scrambling around looking for somebody to be his like stand-in wife. And on the other end, we have a female journalist who made a mistake on some review that she did, and she has gotten booted down to like the lowest of the low. She's covering like bingo night at senior citizen centers, right? So somehow they make a way to meet each other, and they're trying it out to see if they can put on this show long enough. So basically, y'all know when you're running for office and stuff, every little thing is dug up. So she's wondering, am I strong enough to get through this? Do I want my past exposed in that way? And then on the other end, he's like, Chad, I don't know this lady from a can of paint. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. Do they win? Again, the cover is something that absolutely sold me. It is a beautiful, beautiful cover, and it's an election year, so I feel like I have to read it. The book is about 350 pages, and there's a bit of the description that I want to read to you guys. So it says, the last minute first lady is a steamy marriage of convenience romance, which, child, is the second one I have in this pile. It's perfect for readers who love outrageous in-laws, honeymoons to Napa Valley, and crooked politicians. I'm sold for all of them. So I'm very excited to go ahead and see what the last minute first lady is talking about. So yeah, you guys, that is the end of this video. I've been going a little rogue on the books lately, but I don't feel as bad if I buy them on my Kindle because I don't have, you know, to add anything more to the stash. So only 4 more physical books to put on the shelf. But yeah, you guys, those are the books that I picked up here recently. So let me know down below, A, if you have read any of them, B, if you have any other recommendations, and C, what should I read first? What sounds the most interesting to y'all? I know the girls and the guys have been giving me really good book recommendations. So if you have any more, please let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.